Hello team, hope it will be live now. Team, just check whether it is coming live or not in the YouTube, and if possible, just click on that like button so that it will reach at least 2, 3 more people. Just give me a confirmation. Well, I will share my screen here. Yeah, today we are going to learn the most important topic in JavaScript array method, that is a reduce. Okay, and many people get a lot of confusion while learning this concept. I will try to make it simple. Let's see what will happen. Okay, meanwhile, team, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, so let's go. So I'm just taking a constant. Hopefully you're able to see my screen, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm just taking an array, or we can take marks details. Okay, marks details. So for I'm just taking, for simplicity, I'm just taking 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Just tell me what is the total of this marks? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. What will be the sum of all these marks?
177.
150.
157.
150, sir.
150. Okay.
150.
So suppose if I give a task that just find out the total, I think everyone knows that we can just do a for loop, and we can take a variable sum, initial value is 0, and we can do iterations, and we can add each and every value to the sum, right? So let's see, we can do something with the help of reduce method. Okay, this is really interesting. At the same time, it will push us into the confusion, so that we should do more and more practice so that it will be easy. Okay, so yesterday we have learned map method, right? And day before yesterday we have learned filter, and these three are filter, map, and reduce. These are the most commonly used and important array methods. Even in interviews also, they will focus on, they will check whether we understand these topics properly or not. So here, first I will write down the code, and I will explain how it will work. At the same time, I will explain how it internally it is working, so that it is going to be easy for you. So here I need sum. Okay, my expectation is I need total or sum of all these marks. So for making it simple, I'm just taking sum. So initially our expectation is like normally initial value is 0, and end of the day, what is the output we are expecting? That is 150, right? So we are giving a array of items or array of elements or array of values, whatever it is. So I need sum of all these values. Okay, our expected value will be 150. So here, yes, we can do this thing easily with the help of a reduce method. Okay, how? I will explain. So here I'm just doing constant. Okay, here I'm just putting output. Okay, it will be a single value. So marks dot reduce. Okay, the syntax is different than filter and map method. So in a map method, we have written, right, suppose item arrow mark item plus 5,000. So what happens? So it is going to add 5,000 to each and every item. So filter also, we can do the arrow function like item arrow mark, suppose item greater than or equal to 50 or 60. So it is going to execute this callback function, whether it will satisfy. If it is satisfies this condition, it will push into the new array. So here also same thing, it is going to apply this logic on each and every item, and it will return a new array. So observe carefully. Normally this is the map will return a new array. Okay, filter also will return a new array. What is the length of the array? Maybe it will differ, so, but it will return you array. But when we deal with the reduce, observe carefully. When we deal with the reduce method, it will give only one value. So it is not going to return array. It will give only single value, single output, single value, whatever. So how it is happening? So what I'm doing, what we are doing, the syntax is also a little bit different. Okay, how many parameters are there for the filter method and map method?
One.
One. So here, reduce, it will expect the two parameters for that arrow function. Observe carefully, I'm just writing an arrow function. Because it has a two parameters, I'm just taking the parenthesis. So for now, I'm just giving a curly brace. Okay. What I'm doing here, observe carefully. I'm just taking the first value as a, and second value as an item. No problem. What is a and what is item? We know item, right? That means it will take each and every item in that array. That is the item. How we understand in map method and filter, it's also same. So here I'm doing a simple operation, that is a plus item. So carefully, what is the syntax? This is the arrow function. We are giving it to a reduce method. So it is expecting two parameters. Okay, I'm just giving a. I will explain what is a, what is the importance of a in the next few seconds. So here, this is the item. So this item means in the first iteration, the item value will be 10. Second iteration, it will be 20. Third iteration, 30, 40, and 50. And it will execute this callback function on each and every item. Okay. Let's see whether we are getting the output or not. And then we can do reverse engineering so that it will be more and more interesting. Tell me whether we will get the output or not. 150.
Yes, sir. We'll get, sir.
Sure.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Maybe you tried already this one. Okay. Node. Yes, we are getting the output as 150. Perfect. Right. So even if you want to cross check, I'm just changing the values 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now tell me what will be the output for this program? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
15.
15.
15.
What is the shortcut? What is the best formula to calculate sum of n numbers?
N into n plus 1 by 2.
Yes, very good. N into n plus 1 by 2. Okay. Fine. So how it is working? How it is working? How it is working? And here there is another twist is there. Okay, I will explain that one as well. So this is the arrow function, right? This is the arrow function. And this reduce will expect initial value. So here, normally whenever we are doing sum of marks details, what is the initial value? Will take 0, right? Suppose
Yes,
if we
sir.
want to calculate a total of 6 subjects, initially we will go with a 0 and then we'll keep on adding all the subject details. So this is the syntax. Okay, if we don't give 0, what will happen? If we give initial value, what will happen? I will explain, don't worry. But this is the perfect syntax. So let's see whether it is working or not properly. Clear? We are getting a 15, right? Suppose if I give 10 as an initial value, what will happen?
25, sir, then.
Everyone should say what will be the value, what will be the output?
25.
25, right? Initial value is 10. Then this it is going to add 10 plus 1, then plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, so that it will be 25. So now if I do 100, what will be the output?
115.
115.
115. Okay, everyone knows that. Okay, I'm just asking for a fun. So now we can enter into the actual interesting thing. So what is happening internally now? Okay, this is the arrow function, right? This is the arrow function. This is the arrow function. So what it is taking, what it is doing now, observe carefully. I will write down each and every step. See here, how many items are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that how many times it is going to execute this callback function?
5 times.
5 times, right? If you have 10 items, it is going to execute 10 times. If you have 5 items, it is going to execute 5 times, right? So what will happen? The first, so I'm just explaining what will happen in the first. Okay, this is A is there now. It will consider it as a sum is equal to 0. How we will do sum is equal to 0? How we initialize the sum is equal to 0? It is also will do A is equal to 0 because we have given initial value as 0, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, just observe carefully. This is little bit tough, but once we do reverse engineering, it is going to be very easy. Okay. So in the first time, what will be the value in the item?
1.
1, because for the first callback execution, it will consider the item value as 1, right? So here, what will be the value in the item? That is 1. So
1.
now what we are doing here with that A and item, we are doing plus operation. So A plus item, what will be the output? A plus
1, sir.
1, sir.
1. Everyone knows that. So then what it will do after executing that first callback function, observe carefully. Here I'm just drawing. So this is really interesting thing. That's why I'm taking too much time to explain this concept to make it easy. So I'm just taking how many callback functions are there? 5, right? If you have a 5 items, we have a 5 callback function. Imagine these are the 5 callback functions. So once we execute this callback function, after executing this callback function, it will hand over the result to the second callback function. Once you have done this one, it will give that value to that next callback function. Okay. Here, observe carefully. What is the initial value of A? Initially, the value is
0.
0, right?
0, sir.
Yes,
A
sir.
value is 0. And item, I'm just putting I as an item. So the value is 1. So what you are doing? A plus I. A plus I, what will be the output? 1, right?
Yes, sir.
So here, observe carefully. Here, it is just handle because it is just hand over this result to the next callback. Okay. For the next
Sir,
callback, tell me.
సార్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు వచ్చిన రిజల్ట్ వేరే దానికి ఇన్పుట్ లాగా అవుతుంది అంటున్నారు కదా సార్ నార్మల్
Yes,
గా.
yes, yes.
బట్ అలా మనం అంటే ఫంక్షన్ లో ఏమైనా మెన్షన్ చేస్తామా లేకపోతే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా ఈ మెథడే అలా చేస్తుందా సార్
Yeah,
రెడ్యూస్ మెథడ్?
yeah, ఆ మెథడే అలా చేస్తుంది. ఓకే.
ఓకే
అది
ఓకే.
అది ఎలా
అండ్
అనేది కూడా
వన్
మనం ఫంక్షన్ రాద్దాం.
అండ్ వన్ మోర్ థింగ్, మీరు రిటర్న్ రాసినప్పుడు ఏ ప్లస్ ఐటమ్ కామా 0 అలా ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్.
Yeah.
0
ఏ ప్లస్
కంపల్సరీ
ఐటమ్
ఇవ్వాలి,
అంటే ఇక్కడ సారీ 10 0 ఇనిషియల్ వాల్యూ లాగా ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్. అది ఐ మీన్ రిటర్న్ లో పార్టా లేకపోతే
No, initial value. That is the initial value.
అదే సార్. కానీ అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఈ రెడ్యూస్ మెథడ్ అంటే ఏవేవి ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తారు సార్ ఇప్పుడు మీరు అనేది, అంటే దీన్ని బట్టి ఇక్కడ.
Just wait for 5 minutes. Okay. You will get answer for everything. Okay. First, we can understand how it is working. Okay. I will come to your point again. Yes.
ఓకే సార్.
Okay. Just wait for 5 minutes. So here, what is the I value for the next iteration?
2.
1
2, sir.
What is the A value for the second iteration?
1
1.
సార్.
Because this is the result, right? It is going to store in a A. Okay. Now it is going to do A plus I, right? What will be the output for A plus I?
3 సార్.
3.
So again, for the third iteration, we need to have a value. Again, we need to have I value.
Value.
What is the I value?
3, sir.
3,
3.
3,
What is the A value?
Value also 3.
3.
Very good. So what it is doing? It is just giving this value to A again. Okay, it is initializing this value. So I hope you know what will happen for the next two phases also. So here A value and I value. What will be the I value here?
4, sir. I
4.
value 4. I value 6.
A value
6, sir.
6.
6. Because A plus I, this is
6. Yeah.
6. Very good, very good, very good. So now, what is the final step?
10. I value 10.
A value and I value. What is the I value here?
5.
5. What will be the A value?
10, sir.
So here A plus I will be 10, and it is going to hand over. It is going to hand over this result to the next callback. That will be the initial value for A. So what will be the value of this A here? That
10, sir.
is 10. Then what will be the result here? 10 plus 5?
15.
15.
15. Again, it is going to return that A. So because already we have 5 callbacks, right? 5 callbacks as done. Then we got the one result, right? Yes or no?
Sir.
So it is going to return this value as an output. So carefully. So here same thing happening. So first A value 0, 1 plus 1, item value as 1. So for the next iteration, A value will be 1, I value will be 1, the result will be 2, right? The next value, it will be 2, whether I'm doing right or not. This value is 2, right?
Yes,
1 plus
I will
2
be.
is 3. I know it's a little bit confusing, but I'm explaining in this deeper way because by end of the session you need to understand everything. Okay. So now tell me what will be the I value here? 3, right? 2 plus 1 here. 3, 3 plus 1 is equal to 6. The next iteration, A value will be 6. I value will be, tell me,
4. 4.
result
10.
10. A value
10.
10. I value
5.
5.
5. Result
15.
15. And now A value 15, right? There is no iteration. Everything is done. Everything is done. So we got the output. Okay. So this is the end result, because once the iterations are done, what will be the end result of that A? It is going to return that value. Here, by end of executing all the callbacks, the A value will be 15. That A value is going to return to the output. That is what happening. So now tell me clearly how it is working, whether you understood or not. Yes or no?
Got it, sir.
Okay, it's very simple now. Okay. So now do one thing. If you want to understand simply, without using a reduce method, just with the help of for loop, calculate the sum of all the mass details. Then you will understand easily.
Sir, you can mention 0 after A plus item. You can mention. So 0
So
ఖచ్చితంగా ఇవ్వాలి లాస్ట్ లో.
yeah, if you give a 0, it will consider the initial value as 0. If you don't give, what will happen? I will explain. I will explain.
ఓకే ఓకే.
But just follow this syntax for now. So even without this also it will work. In that situation, what it will do, it will consider this first item as an initial value, and it will start iteration from the second value. Okay. But I will explain. I will explain in few minutes, because if I explain everything at a
సార్
time, yeah, tell me.
ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు మీరు రెడ్యూస్ మెథడ్ కి 2 ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ ఇస్తున్నట్టే కదా సార్?
Yeah, two is now. Yeah, this is the first one is a callback function. Second one is the initial value. Yes.
ఓకే ఓకే. అంటే అప్పటి నుంచి అదే అడుగుతున్నారు సార్.
Oh, me other. Okay. Yes. We need to give a second argument. Yeah.
నేను ఇంకా రిటర్న్ లో మీరు అదెందుకు ఇస్తున్నారు 2 ఇవ్వద్దు కదా అని అప్పటి నుంచి చూస్తున్నాను.
Sorry. Ask
అంటే
me again.
రిటర్న్ స్టేట్మెంట్ లో మీరు 2 ఇస్తున్నారేమో ఫాలోడ్ బై కామా అలా ఇచ్చారేమో 2 ఇచ్చేసి అని చూస్తున్నా. కానీ రిటర్న్ లో అలా 2 ఇవ్వం కదా సార్ మోస్ట్లీ. అందుకని
ఎక్కడ రిటర్న్ లో?
అంటే నార్మల్ గా ఇది యారో ఫంక్షన్ కదా సార్. యారో ఫంక్షన్ కాబట్టి మీరు నార్మల్ గా ఇలా ఇచ్చి యారోస్ ఇచ్చి ఏ ప్లస్ ఐటమ్ కామా 0 అంటే ఇది రిటర్న్ అన్నట్టు కదా సార్. ఏ ప్లస్
Yes.
ఐటమ్ అంటే
Okay.
సో
One minute.
రిటర్న్ లోనే మీరు కామా 0 కూడా ఇచ్చారేమో అలా ఎందుకు
Oh.
ఇచ్చారని
Okay. అర్థమైంది. మీ క్వశ్చన్ అర్థమైంది. So this
యా
is okay. This is a arrow function, and this is a separate initial value. Got it? We can write like this also.
ఎస్ సార్.
This is the function. Okay. Now everyone. Okay. The simple thing is what I'm asking. If you understand how it is working, just write a simple function. Find sum. Okay. Find sum. Okay. Find sum. Just create a function. Find sum. I will give you this array. I will give you this array as an input for you. I will give you this array. So here, suppose marks details. So I will invoke this function. I will invoke this function. Find sum, and I will pass this marks details. So that you can store that marks details into array, and whatever, just write your own logic here, and I need just return sum. So even I will give a clue for you here. Let sum is equal to 0. Okay. So if I invoke this function, I need to get the sum. With the help of for loop, just please do it. Understood or not? Question. Do you understand the question or not?
Sir, once more.
Yeah. ఇక్కడ నేను ఒక మార్క్స్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఇచ్చా. రెడ్యూస్ గురించి పక్కన పెట్టండి ప్రస్తుతానికి. మీ 10th క్లాస్ మార్క్స్ ఏవో ఒకటి రాయండి. సో ఇంకా సింపుల్ అంటే 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 అనుకున్నాం. సింపుల్ 5 సబ్జెక్ట్ డీటెయిల్స్. సో ఈ ఫంక్షన్ లో నేను నా అరే మీకు పాస్ చేస్తే, ఇఫ్ ఐ పాస్ ద మార్క్స్ డీటెయిల్స్ టు దిస్ ఫంక్షన్, you should calculate the sum of total marks and just return that sum. Got it? నేను నా మార్క్స్ డీటెయిల్స్ ఇస్తాను మీ ఫంక్షన్ కి, మీరు ఏం చేస్తారో తెలీదు, నాకు సమ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసి రిటర్న్ చేయండి అంతే. అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
అర్థమైందా రాజా?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
రజనీకాంత్ డైలాగ్. Can't do it. you have done, just ping me in the chat. Yes, I good. Very good, Sai Kirti. Okay, if possible, just attach in the chat. Yeah, Pankaj. Done everyone or not?
Done, sir.
It's very simple, right? You just wait, I will explain. Tell me what we need to do here. Tell me.
A
You
for
write a
loop.
simple for loop.
Yeah.
Let I is equal to 0.
Then equal to array dot length minus
Array dot
length minus length
length I
plus plus
plus plus. Here what we are doing, sum is equal to.
some plus array of
Sum plus
5.
So here what you are doing initially, what you are doing here initially, sum is equal to 0, right?
0.
Yes,
And what is the first value you are doing here calculation? What is the array of I first iteration?
array of
10.
0 first
0.
one.
10. What will be the output for that? 0 plus 10. You are doing 0 plus 10 right here.
10. 10.
This is 10. Where you are storing this 10? Again to sum, right?
Yes, sir.
So in the next iteration, what will be the value of sum? What will be the I value? Okay. item value, next iteration value.
20.
20. What is the result?
30.
30.
30. Here, what will be the sum for the next iteration?
30.
30. Now, what is the next value?
30.
30. This is 60.
60.
And then you are storing that sum into again the sum, right? For the next
Yes, sir.
iteration. So here, what will be the sum value?
60.
60. Next value will be
40.
result 100.
100.
The next sum value will be
100.
100. Item value will be
50.
50. It will be 150.
150.
In the end, what is the sum value? 150. Once you complete the for loop, you are returning this value or not?
Yes, sir.
So, is this working similar to that logic or anything different? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Just
sir.
asking the logic for this one, because whenever you are writing your own function, you are taking sum or not,
Yes, sir.
and you are giving initial value or not.
Yeah.
While you are iterating, you are doing some place that item, and again you are storing in the sum or not.
Yes, sir.
If yes, this is also doing the same thing, right? This is a sum. So now just change. This is a sum. This is a 0. What is the first initial value of sum? 0. And it is you're taking sum plus first value, and again you are storing into sum, and then you will pick second value, and again you are doing the same thing. Okay, now you got the clarity or not? Otherwise, I will explain one more time. అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
మీకు అర్థమైన సంగతి కూడా అంత చాలా నీరసంగా చెప్తే అర్థం కాలేదనే మీనింగ్. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ ఆస్క్ వన్ బై వన్. మయూర్ గాట్ ఇట్ ఆర్ నాట్?
Yeah, got it, sir.
కుమార్?
Yes.
ఎస్. ఓం ప్రకాష్?
Sir, little bit.
Little bit confusion. You understand little bit.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Pankaj?
Got it, sir.
Pawan, give it.
Sir, once again, sir.
Okay, Pawan Kumar?
Understood, sir.
Sai Chiran, Sai Kirti, Shobharani,
Understood, sir.
Sujan, Sweta.
Understood, sir.
Okay, fantastic. I think there is slight confusion with one or two people. Okay. So first of all, just tell me, like, who said little Om Prakash and Pawan Giviti. Just tell me first whether you understand this logic or not. Let me comment on this one. Whether you understand this logic or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Confident. Okay. So now tell me why you are taking sum is equal to 0 here.
Sir, initial value.
Initial value. So why you are doing sum plus array of I? Simple. Okay. So if you want to calculate the total marks, okay, just forget about this JavaScript and all those things. How you will calculate your total marks? So normally you will do 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50. Raghu, I know mathematics. That's why I don't need to worry about these things. I can calculate 10 plus 20, 30, 30 plus 30, 60, 60 plus 40, 100, 100 plus 50, 150.
50.
Right? Okay. Now I'm just giving a different value. 77 plus 67 plus 88 plus 99. Plus 56. Now tell me quickly. Okay, how you are calculating in your mind?
Sir, like 77 plus 67 plus 1 by
Yeah,
1.
right. First you will calculate 77 plus 67, right?
Yes, sir.
Then whatever the result you will remember in your mind, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you are going to add that value to 88, right?
Yes, sir.
So if it is 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5, you can calculate very quickly because you don't realize that you're storing in the memory. But here
Yes,
you need to take help of another variable, right?
yes,
Yes or
sir.
no? In
Yes, sir.
our brain, first what we will do, we will take 77
Plus
plus
67.
67. So we will store that 77 plus 67 into sum. Okay, tell me what is the value of 77 plus 67?
144.
144. So in the next level, some value will be 144, right?
Yes, sir.
Then you will do,
88. 144 plus 88.
why you are doing 144 plus 88?
We are taking the previous
Yes,
answer as
because already we have completed the addition of first two subjects. So to that we need to add, right?
yes, sir.
Yes or no? So here
Yes.
also, whether we are doing the same thing or not, initially I am taking sum is equal to 0, and then the values are there in the array. First I will take the first value. Initially sum is equal to 0, 0 plus first value I'm storing in a 0 sum, and then I'm just iterating everything, and I'm storing the end result into the sum, and we can get the value. So now tell me whether you understand this properly or not.
Yes, sir.
Om Prakash, yes or no?
Sir.
No. Here also, just imagine this is also working in the same way. So here we are giving sum and
Item.
item. So it is going to execute this callback function on each and every item. Each and every item. Just tell me what is the first item in that array?
1.
1. So it is going to execute this callback function on the first item. So now tell me what will be the sum initially?
Initially 0.
0. What is the item here?
1.
1. 0 plus 1?
1.
1, right? 0 plus 1, 1. So what is the value we are returning?
1.
Very good. So now we need to execute this callback function on second item, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the value of second item? 2, right?
2.
So
2.
we are doing this execution for the second time. So again, it is going to execute this logic on second item also. So now what will be the sum here?
Some 1.
1.
1, because we got some result in a previous execution. So the sum will be 1. Item value will be
2.
2. Here 1 plus 2. What is the result?
3.
3. So what will happen? The next step, this 3 will be the sum, right?
Yes, sir.
Just keep on executing that. But end of that 5 steps, you will get the 15.
15.
Then it will return that 15. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Understood or not?
Understood, sir.
I know. ఓకే ఇప్పుడు కనుక
Yes,
అండర్స్టాండ్
sir.
కాదు అని చెప్పామనుకో నేను మళ్ళీ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతా
No, sir. Not like that.
ఎందుకు వచ్చిన గొడవ అని చెప్పి ఓకే అంటున్నా.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Asalena? Okay, very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Om Prakash, understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, super. I know. At least you guys understood. So now I will write exactly what is happening inside that loop. Okay, just let me remove this all unnecessary code. Hopefully you understand. So I hope this everyone understood this logic. That's simple. So if you see, let's decode this function. Okay, just copy this function outside. Constant my function is equal to, yes or no? Meaningful or not? Yes or no? Can we write back this function from arrow function to normal function? Can we do it or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Okay, here I'm writing my callback. My callback. Just tell me what are the arguments here? Some comma item, right?
Right.
Yes, sir.
Some comma item. What you are returning?
Some plus item.
Some plus item.
So if you see, now you got the your own function syntax, right? Okay. I'm removing it. Okay, now I'm deleting this one. So I will pass this function name. What is that? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Whether it will work or not.
I think it will work.
Let's
It will work.
I got sometimes if I do more and more things, so we need to give console.log. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes or no? Even if you want to simplify, what we can do, the sum, let sum is equal to sum plus item. Okay, I'm just trying, and you can return sum. Let me try. Just tell me whether it will work or not. I think I'm just trying to break something. Whether it will work or not. Yes or no? Just guess it.
It will work, sir.
How many of you are confident that it will work? Okay, let's see. What happened? So if you see, what is the thumb rule for reduce? Whenever you are giving any callback function to the reduce, it should have
Two parameters.
two parameters. Here, how many parameters I have given?
1.
Okay, that's fine. So we can do little bit reverse engineering, but this is fine. So once we understand that, so it's better to stick to the definition. So we should have a two. So once you got sum and item, what we need to do? We can return sum plus. So this is a simplest one. Clear. So if you understand the logic, so you don't need to worry. Simply just go and write down sum comma item. Here sum plus just removing all these things. So it will little bit confusion, but don't worry. Already you understand main logic. Why it is showing error? Okay, fine. So now let me explain. If I don't pass 0 here, are you ready, or is this is enough for today?
Ready, sir.
Continue, sir.
Ready?
Ready? Okay. So here, whenever we pass the initial value, what it is taking? Initially, sum is equal to 0, and item value will be 1. So otherwise, we can go with a 10, 20, because sometimes index number and the value will get confusion. So here it will be 10, right? So on it will do 0 plus 10, 10, and again it will store into sum. So if we don't give initial value, it will also work perfectly. But here, what it will do now, it will consider the first item as the initial value. So it will take, what is the first value in that array?
10.
10.
10.
So it will take sum is equal to 10. Then what is the first item?
10.
10
Yes, sir.
or 20. Whether you are going to add 10 plus 10, or you will do 10 plus 20. What is the initial calculation? Suppose if you want to calculate the sum of these 5 numbers, whether you will do 10 plus 20 or 10 plus 10.
10 plus 20.
10
Plus
plus
20.
20. So this reduce method automatically adjusts the logic that it will take initial value as 10, and it will start iterations from
Sec
yes, tell me,
20.
second item. Let's see whether it will work or not. Coming or not, outward.
Yes, sir.
It's very simple. So if you give an initial value, it will work. Without initial value also it will work. But now tell me, which one do you prefer? Are you interested to provide the initial value or not?
Sir, interested.
You're interested? Any reason for that?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
If I want to change my initial value as something other than I can change.
Suppose in some situation you want to give an initial value. At that time it will be more helpful. Suppose if you want to calculate the sum of n numbers or sum of the items in the array, at the time, yeah, you don't need to give an initial value. You can use this syntax. But some situations, some scenarios, maybe you need to provide some initial value. At the time it will be useful. Okay. So now tell me, everyone understood clearly, or still you have any confusion?
Understood, sir.
So now tell me, reduce method is simple or not?
Simple, sir.
Everyone, simple or not?
Yeah, sir, simple.
Simple? No, my dear friends, my dear students. Reduce method is not simple because this is a simple example. That's why it is very simple. Okay, let's go for second example.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here I'm just taking the constant array. I'm just taking some random values. If 16, 17, 19, 12, and 3. Okay. Can we calculate? Can you check what is the biggest number? What is the maximum number or what is the highest number in this array?
19.
19. If you want to write the logic, can you write the logic for that? Just with the help of for loop. Just write it down with the help of for loop. Can you write? Can you find out which is the maximum value in the array? It's very very simple. It's very simple. Yeah, try it out. Okay, just someone is asking some thing in the chat. Let's see. Okay, if you are there in the chat, just wait. I will answer your questions because I'm not good in Hindi. That's why I don't talk in Hindi. Someone said hello, ex original. Hello, hi. Okay, Pankaj, we know already. Someone said, "Kya right, sir? Hindi bolo na direct." Sorry, I'm not good at in Hindi, so that it's not possible for me to talk in Hindi. Sorry for that. And someone is asking study time. Hello, sir. I want to ask that can we get job after class 10 if we have learned so many language and mastering it? Yeah, normally yes, but normally companies don't prefer to take after 10th class. But what will happen? You can do some freelancing work if you want to earn money. That will be the best choice. But some rare situations, you if you are really good at some programming languages and data structures and algorithms, maybe there is a chance that if someone got impressed with your work, maybe they can give an offer letter even after 10th class itself, but they will suggest you to complete the at least bachelor's. If still you have any question, ask me if you are there. Yeah, meanwhile team, done or not? Largest is equal 0 for let I is equal 0, I less than, and yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, let me write. So yeah, I need to catch up my office work. So let me finish in 5 minutes. So here, what we can do, I'm just writing a function because it's better to write like higher order functions. It's most important. So function uh, find big. Okay, find big. If I pass an array find big of array values or something, so you can take. Otherwise, here I will give a input array. It will be more meaningful. So if I pass the input array, so you can store that value into array. Like of course it will copy the reference. For now it is okay. Here what we can do, we can write a simple for loop because we should check each and every item. So let I equal to 0, I less than array dot length I plus plus. So here for reference, so what is the logic now? Suppose first take the first value as the maximum value, or you can take for a reference just let the maximum number initial value just make it 0. So first I'm just putting a default value of 0 and I will compare 0 with first 16. So if this 16 is greater than maximum value, I will make max as 16. Yes or no? Can we do that? I'm just checking. Observe carefully. Logic. If array of I, if array of I is greater than the maximum, what we can do? What does it mean? So I'm just checking the first value. If first value is greater than maximum value, definitely the 16 will be the maximum value. So that I'm just make a reference that maximum will be array of I. Yes or no? Team, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you see the first time it will check 16. 16 greater than maximum is true or false? Maximum is 0, right? Initially. 16 greater than 0. True or false?
True.
True,
So
sir.
that what will be the maximum value? 16. So
16.
after first iteration, the maximum value will be 16. Then it will go and check next item. 17 greater than maximum. In the maximum right now it is 16. 17 greater than 16 or not? True. So that it will
True.
change the maximum value to 17. Then it will go and pick the third item. So 19 greater than maximum or not? Again true. So 19 greater than 17. So that it will change the maximum value from 17 to 19. Then it will go to 12. 12 greater than 19. True or false?
False.
False. So that it is not going to take any action. So still the maximum value will be 19. So then it will go for 3. 3 greater than maximum. True or false? 3 greater than 19.
False.
False.
False. So that it is not going to take any action. So by the end of this for loop, we will get the maximum value or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Can we return that value? Yes. Now simply just do the constant, just putting EAA. So if I do console.log of EA, whether it will work or not.
It works.
So it will be 19. So if you want to cross check, just change the values. Just give here 79. So now it should return 79. Understood or not this logic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So with the help of reduce method, we can do it much more simpler way. Shall we try? Okay. So that is the assignment. What's the assignment? So we can find the maximum value in the array with the help of a simple function with a simple logic. Okay. So just find out how we can find out the maximum number with the help of reduce method. Okay, that's the assignment. Are you ready to do the assignment? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yeah, just try so that you will learn a lot. Okay? Anyway, I will explain tomorrow, but please try to find some examples in the Google. And again, with the help of reduce method, we are going to understand one more complex example. So that tomorrow, at least we can finish reduce method. Then we can go and do some coding challenges with filter map and find and reduce other stuff. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? Questions then all for today and see you again tomorrow.
Sir,
Tell me, Pankaj.
sir, I have a question in yesterday's problem, sir. Map method.
Okay.
Can I share my screen, sir?
Yes. You can share your screen.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, yesterday you told us that we will get if we add 20, we will get 32 and adding.
Okay.
But I'm getting like this, sir. I did another like problem, so we get a result. I have to get 32 and 32 and 2032, and here I have to get 32, 32, 2032. But I'm getting like this.
Okay, what you're doing here, item arrow mark item dot date plus 20 comma item arrow mark item. So if you see how many callback functions how many arguments you are passing to that map method.
3.
But what is the max? What is the reality? How many callback functions you need to pass it? Arguments
I
only
have
one, right?
one.
That should be the common logic, right?
Yes,
Just
sir.
remove that two extra arguments. Remove it. Remove comma. Now execute it. So one minute. If you see, whatever you are doing, that should be the common, right? In that array, for the
No, sir.
no,
I
first
did.
object you have a date, second object you
Yes,
have a month, third object
yes,
you have a year, right? There is no
yes,
similarity in that properties, right?
yes, sir. But I did like this, so I can get output.
No, because there should be a limitation for each and every array method. So if you follow the
Oh,
syntax, it will
okay,
work. If you try to do in a different way, it will not work.
okay.
But what is your exact intention?
I want to get 3 outputs: date, month, year, adding 20, sir.
You need to add 22 date, 22 month, 22 year
Yes, sir.
for different items. So
Yes,
just observe carefully. The whatever the callback function we are giving, that is going to execute on each and every item, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. At the time, if you give a date, it will apply on date. If you give a
Yeah.
month, it will apply. It will check whether the month is there or not. Otherwise, what we need to do? We need to rewrite that callback function with some if and else logic. Okay, that I will explain tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, if no, see you tomorrow again. Bye bye. So, but
But
for now, just do practice simple examples. I know you are trying with a different thing. That's a good thing. But first, focus on what is the possible things. What is the definition of map method? What is the definition of reduce method? How it will work. So, practice in that way. Then we can go for the next level. Yes, we can do complex things as well. Tell me, Mayur.
no, got it, sir.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
See you
sir.
tomorrow again.
Bye bye.